You ready to play some D&D?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So this road matters because this is where things start. It is an early late morning on a warm summer's day. The sun shines brightly in the clear blue sky. An old dirt road cuts through the lush, rolling green meadows of the countryside. Arya, the elven ranger, that's Lauren's character, walks determinedly down the dusty road. Her wolf Akela darts playfully across the road, chasing butterflies, but not trying to catch any. The chirping of cicadas hangs on the soft summer's breeze. The quiet of the summer's day is interrupted by a loud. Can you hear that on my mic? I did not write that in the description. Can you
Yeah,
hear
I
that on
can
my
hear that.
mic? A hammering sound up ahead. There's a bend in the road that leads to a copse of trees. You can kind of see it up there on the right. The sound seems to be coming from there. And then now, it's up to Lauren to decide what she wants to do.
I think first I'm gonna eat a chicken leg because Ikea got a chicken leg, so I just wanted to have a good old nibble on that. Delicious. You got to be ready for the adventure. Okay, so I'm gonna be like, what is that noise? And I want to go in the direction of where that came from.
All right, so you're going to just walk up around the bend towards the copse of trees?
Yeah.
All right, Arya walks up, or walks down the road on the copse of tree, by the copse of trees, with Akela following behind her. Standing on the side of the road next to a large tree is a middle-aged man. He has black hair and a full black beard. He is wearing worn knee-high black leather boots over his dark brown pants. He has a steel gray breastplate over his chest, over a light brown shirt. On his head is a brown felt hat with a wide brim which droops to one side as though someone has sat on it. A sword with a plain hilt hangs in the scabbard off of his belt, and an old black haversack is slung over his shoulder. You hear him and see him busily nailing a piece of paper to the side of the tree.
What you doing there?
He's startled for a moment and he looks at you. You wouldn't believe it. You haven't seen some dwarfs, have you?
Not my paths.
Dwarf thieves. You look at the piece of paper and you see it's a wanted poster. On the paper is drawn a crude person with a beard holding a sack. Written beneath the drawing are the words, "Wanted alive, dwarf and thieves," misspelled both words. "For stealing, reward 100 gold pieces alive." And the sheriff, well, he introduces himself as the sheriff. You assume by his outfit, I'm Sheriff John Stone. I've been up all night chasing chicken rustlers, trying to get those peckers back. And then I go to the mine. There's a mine down south about here, Everett's Mine. They've been robbed by a bunch of dwarves, and about 40 yards down the road, there's an old farmhouse. They'd been robbed. I just want to go home and sleep. Not gonna put up these wanted posters.
Like part of Arya doesn't want to listen to a story. She's more kind of engrossed. She's like a magpie when she sees money and rewards for things. So she's more kind of entranced in the poster. And she's like, You know, like when men don't listen to women when they talk all the time. She's
What'd you
like
say?
that. So she looks at the
I see.
poster and then there's the reward for gold right there. And she's like, I really need to get that. And like she kind of like her eye kind of looks at Akela and they look back to each other. They're kind of like a partner in crime. She's like, money. That's what we need. So she's like, what's your name? Stony? Is that it?
Stone, John Stone. I'm the local sheriff.
Oh boy. So she's like, carry on your story.
That was it. I've been chasing chicken rustlers all week. I've been up all night. I hid in a chicken coop. There was bird shit everywhere. And I get out. It was a fox. It was a fox. I go home and my wife is like, "Oh, you've got to go find some thieves." And I went to the Everett's Mine down south, and they'd been robbed by a gang of dwarfs. Where do you see a gang of dwarfs in this part? And then I was coming back up, headed home, and about 40 yards up up the road is Earl and Gina's place, and they'd been robbed too. So now I'm putting out some of these posters, and I'm going to go home and sleep.
So Arya kind of thinks to herself a second, I can use charm, can't I, on people?
You could
Is that
try
one of my
it. You could
Can I
try
try to
it.
charm him for like a little see if the charm goes okay? I want to kind of bring the reward up for because I want to take on this adventure, but I want to bring up the price a little bit because that you said there's a few dwarves, there's not one, so like per dwarf would be more than 100.
And if you're new to D&D, this is what D&D is. You have a plan, and then the people are like, "Let's change the plan. Pray I don't alter it further." All right. You could use. How do you want to approach it?
I'm like, hey, see, Jonesy, Stonesy, whatever your name is. I
Stone.
want, yeah, whatever. I want a bigger reward for these dwarves that you speak of that are causing
A
you
100 gold
chaos.
is a lot of gold.
Are you poor, sir?
Have you
Are
seen
you
my
poor?
hat?
But you have a lot of chickens, which means you make a lot of
No, I
money.
was. Don't have any chickens. I have 2 chickens. I was catching a chicken rustler. I am the sheriff for this region. I do not own every chicken in the area. I am not a chicken magnet.
So you
This
got a
is
lot
a
of
cock and
chickens.
ball story, if that's what I. Yeah, that's why my wife married me. She likes him. Not the cock and balls. That came out wrong. He looks awkwardly around. It was supposed to be a chicken joke.
Well, this sheriff is really inappropriate to
That bird didn't
strangers.
fly.
Okay, so I kind of think like, I kind of want a bit more money for this venture I'm going to go on for. You see, I need to feed Akela. It's going to be a lot of money. I'm
Who's
going to have to get
Akela?
Reese. What?
Who's Akela?
Look at that over there. I point.
Oh,
And
that's a
over there,
wolf. Oh
yeah,
dear.
that's a wolf. And it will eat you if you don't pay us enough money.
You sure you want to be threatening? So, are you using diplomacy? Are you threatening him? Are you lying to him?
I have no skills in diplomacy, so that probably isn't going to work. I can either intimidate him. That's one of my
He
skills.
does have a sword, and he is the local sheriff. You can do
Yeah,
it if you
yeah,
want
but like,
to.
can I intimidate him though? Because like,
All right.
yeah, let's intimidate him.
All right, you
Cool.
can try. You'll roll a 20-sided die. So you're gonna make an intimidation check. Do you want to say something else, or was that your intimidation right there, the wolf?
The the wolf. I said make that 256,
256.
7 now because you're saying the number. It needs
That
to be
was
more.
me. That wasn't him. That was me.
256 gold.
I should have made a Wall Street adventure for you.
For all these dwarves.
The literal
And
Wolf of Wall Street.
yeah, because then I'd like Akela go in there in like a little suit. And he'd be the Wolf of Wall Street. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna do this roll to maybe do a little bit of intimidation.
Okay, so
Um,
you know what your intimidation number is, right? So that's a skill check.
my intimidation number is total is 6.
All right, so this poor man spent all night in a chicken coop with chicken shit trying to catch a fox for someone local, and you're like, I'm gonna get some more money out of this man.
What kind of sheriff work is that? What kind- Okay, so let's do this. Okay, ready? 13. I plus my intimidation on, right?
He looks at Akela. He's like, I can't. That's way too much. I could maybe do 125. And he looks very nervously at the wolf and puts his hand on the hilt of the sword. He doesn't pull it out, but he just like kind of puts it on there. 125.
125 and a drink of butterbeer.
All right. But it's got to be the
You
whole
best
gang
make
alive.
you best make it good.
Deal. He puts his hand out to shake your hand.
Deal.
He shakes your hand and then he turns away and he shuffles away quickly. He tries to make it look nonchalant, but you can see it's not nonchalant.
So I kind of like smile to myself and like smile to Akela and I'm like, we're gonna make this happen. So I rip the poster off because I'm gonna need that, right?
Well, I
And
don't know. It's up to you. I'm not telling you if you'll need it or not. So,
well, I think I'd need it because it's got like a description of what I'm going for, right?
yep.
So yeah, how many dwarfs is he still there? Has he gone? Has he run away?
He's a ways down the road now.
Can I shout like, how many dwarves was it again?
I don't know. It's the gang. Gotta go. Busy. And he starts to run down the road.
Okay, so
Poor
I'm like,
man.
sorry, DM can't be biased about my behavior.
I didn't even make stats for him because I didn't know that there was a chance you might fight him in the future. I
Yeah,
guess I'm gonna have to
because
do that.
you need to make stats for everyone. Okay, so I'm like, okay, we got this. We've got where, but I'm thinking like I haven't really fought dwarves in the past. I don't believe ever. So I'm like, where would I start with this? So I'm like, should I carry on down the road? I need to see where they were last and stuff. I need to find out some evidence.
All right, do you want to keep going down the road then?
Yeah, let's keep going down the road.
Arya walks down the dusty dirt road as Akela trots playfully alongside her. The summer sun is warm on her skin. As they reach the top of a small hill, they can see what a realtor might call a quaint fixer-upper. So if I did that right, that should have changed on your screen too, right?
Yeah, it looks like Hagrid's hut, basically.
The walls are made of stacked stone. The roof is made of old wooden shingles. Out of the roof sticks a crooked, soot-covered brick chimney. There's a small fence next to the house, covered in old pots and pans. Arya and Akela head down the hill towards a small cottage. As they get close to the cottage, they can hear some chickens clucking from behind the fence. An old man steps out of the house and sits down on a small stool next to the cottage's front door. After a moment, an old woman comes out and sits next to him. So Akela and Arya walk up to these old people, and the woman is like, "Oh, that's a nice dog." And the man's like, "That's not a dog, Gina, that's a wolf." "Oh, I don't know much about dog breeds, but that's one cute puppy." The old man rolls his eyes and turns towards Arya and Akela. "Howdy, friends, I'm Earl, and this is my wife, Gina. Nice to make your acquaintance."
Hi, Gina. Hi, Al. I just look at them and kind of like, I wonder what they're gonna know. So then I'm just like, I heard there's some chaos going around here.
Oh, you
Oh
heard him.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Wow. I heard there's some chaos around here. What exactly is going on? I'm on this said adventure quest thing, um, to help you all. I say unconvincingly.
Oh, so you've heard about it too. Dwarves it was. They smashed out our window. Earl points to a window on the side of the house that is smashed in. They robbed us. Oh, they trampled my flower bed under the window, but they didn't really take much important. They didn't take any of our money. Didn't take much important, woman. They took my shaving blade and our pewter mugs and our utensils. They even took our soup spoons, they did. I gotta eat my soup like a damn cat now. It's all getting up in my beard. It's all like... Oh, you could tip the bowl and drink it. Ugh, drink soup? Who ever heard of drinking soup? They're kind of ignoring Arya now and bickering. Why not? It's mostly water. You could drink that. Are you daft, woman? Soup is food. It has pieces of meat, celery, and carrots in it. Would you drink a carrot? Of course not. What about carrot juice? Earl gives Gina a dirty, dirty look and continues. Soup is food and must be eaten with a spoon. I mean, without that, we're no better than the animals. Do you see a possum using a spoon? Do you see a bear using a spoon? No. Do you think the lords and ladies drink their soup? I should think not. And anybody who would be anybody, you know, any lord or lady who would not use a super spoon and drink their soup, they would soon be thrown out in a bloody revolution, and they deserve it. Psh, spoons are civilization. Spoons are what holds society together. Without spoons, we're nothing more than animals.
Okay. We get it. We get it. You like spoons. You've got some
Yes,
spoons.
mind your spoons, young lady. For all these years, I took them for granted, and now they are gone. I've been punished by the gods for my hubris. By who? The spoon god? The old man looks at the sky and shakes his fist and shouts, "Spoon!"
Can't you just use a fork?
Did you say cunt?
Can't.
Whoa, this lady's rude, Gina. I don't know. I rather like her and her puppy.
Can't you just use a
Whoa,
fork?
she's going off about it again. Oh. It's kind of dirty. I like it. Gina, please.
What a mess. So Ari just looks to like Akela, and like she like whispers like, "Should we be helping these people? It's a lot of money." But I don't know. I suppose we should. We could steal some more of their spoons. Yes.
Nothing.
I
Nothing.
look back.
I didn't want to interrupt your train of thought. So.
I look back and I smile. Don't worry, we got your spoons back.
Oh, I knew she was awesome. Oh, of course. Someone with a puppy like that has got to be awesome. Hello, puppy. As you look back, you kind of do see the shattered window on the side of the hut and the glass on the ground.
I want to kind of like search the area if I can and see if there's any blood or like things that might be left behind.
Yeah. Okay. Make a perception check. Where are you going to check? Just around the cottage in general, a specific area?
I think around where let's do where the window smashed first, around that area, then kind of do like a scale of the cottage.
Okay.
Okay, that's 20, isn't it?
Yep. So Lauren's doing a perception check right now. She'll get to add her perception skill number to that.
I need to find my perception skill. Where is my perception skill?
Take what's left of their shit. Sick.
What?
I did not design the game for the old people to get beat up by the adventurers and have the little pots and pans they have left stolen.
I did nearly beat up the sheriff, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. Oh wait, did you say perception?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 9. Okay, cool. Let's roll the dice. We got 16 plus 9. We got 25 for perception.
Arya gets down like on her hand, like squats down.
Sorry.
Like squats down, like because she's an experienced tracker, right? She's a ranger.
Yeah.
She's not squatting to take a shit in the old people's front yard.
Like, let's just leave a little present for them.
God, that is gross. Like you added the specific part to it that made it really gross. She bends down around the broken glass at the base of the window. Did you need a moment? You're just picturing that.
Just keep going. It's fine.
Is that just off on the side when they're not looking? Oh, did you hear that? I didn't hear anything.
Big steamy shit.
Oh, gross. It's not the adventure I had planned. Arya squats down to look at the glass and stuff that is outside the window. And looking at the glass, she sees some mud and some small footprints. That's how you say it, footprints. Around the broken window.
These are some small footprints right here. I didn't realize when my accent's changed clearly. So I'm looking around. So there's just some footprints on the. Okay. I need more evidence. So I need to find. I kind of know now there's like 2, like they said, by the footprints. Can I do a check on that? Make sure that's right with my initiative.
You want to try and determine how many there are?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Probably you have survival, right? I think survival would, because tracking I think is out of survival.
Yeah, survival is 7.
So you could use perception or survival, whichever you would rather.
Perception's higher, so I probably want to go with that.
Okay.
I see what you try to do there, GM. Use the lower one. 19 plus
What?
10. No. What?
Oh, you were okay. So you got a 29 altogether. You rolled a 19.
No, 19 plus 9 equals 28.
Yeah, that's still a super good roll. So Arya, because Arya is an expert ranger and tracker, is like thinks that there's probably around 3. There's no more than 3. Just by being able to see that, oh, maybe this little foot is a little bigger than the other. This one's a little smaller than the other.
Can I have... Now I've kind of got that idea. So I've got an idea. Can I see any way in which they went? Can I use maybe the perception again to see what direction they may have headed off to?
You can see them kind of heading off towards some woods. You can try and track them, though. You are a ranger, so if you want to track them, you would use your survival skill. And I think you could add 2 to it. We'll just roll with that. I mean, you can look it up some other time if you want to be more specific.
Survival plus 2. Okay. But before I do that, I kind of want to look around the house sneakily and see if I can find anything.
Okay.
Cool.
Do another perception check.
No. I've got a good idea. I don't need to do that because I've got cutlery on me. So I've got a silver spoon in my pocket, right? What I do, Arya gets a silver spoon and she throws it in front of Earl.
Oh, you don't want to waste those. Oh, that's a
No, he
nice
doesn't.
spoon.
He doesn't see me throw it. Like
Oh.
he just sees it fall amongst him and his wife. This glorious silver spoon.
He's going to hear it hit the ground, though, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's too transfixed by its color and it's a spoon.
All right, let's have him make a perception check to see if he notices you throwing a spoon in front of him. He sees you throw a spoon in front of him. Oh, young lady, you don't want to waste that. That's a nice-looking spoon it is.
Say if you let me get a bit of soup in the house, you can keep that spoon.
He greedily picks up the spoon and leads you into the house. Come.
Right. I say I'm a very, very independent woman. I can fend to myself with this delicious soup. Please go relax. You don't need to worry about me.
He puts some soup in a bowl for you and he puts it on the table. And he's like, I'll just be outside. And he goes and sits back outside.
Cool. All right, we're gonna start.
You can hear him talking out there. Oh, look what I've got, Gina. Oh, that's nice. I'm not sharing it with you. Well, that's rude. Okay, I'll share it with you a little. You were kind of rude about the spoons. Maybe you should thank the spoon gods. Oh, maybe I should. Which one is the spoon god?
Or a small spoon?
Is that what you say from inside the house? They're too old to pick it up, but like Akela can hear
it. Yeah.
I assume Akila's going over by Gina to get some pets. Gina's like, oh, that's a nice puppy.
Yeah, she's just kind of distracting both of them so I can kind of do my work in the house.
He licks the spoon all over. I like that idea.
Do you have an interior of the house so I kind of know what's in there?
I don't have an interior of the house, but it looks like a poor person's basically cottage. There are a few cabinets in there that have been rummaged open where like the doors are pulled off. You can look through those if you want. There's a little sink.
There's always got to be something under the bed.
In the corner.
Yeah, something under the bed. I want to check under the bed. There's a chimney in there. Maybe under the chimney as well. Those are two good areas. Gonna check both of those. What do I find?
Make a perception check.
Sorry, that's really loud.
No, it's all good.
11 plus 9. So we're looking at 20.
You look in the fireplace. You see that they've had a fire probably earlier today to cook the soup. You look under the bed and you find a small pouch under it.
Yes, open said pouch. It's not poo, is it?
Why would there be a pouch of poo?
They throw it in neighbors.
I have never once made an adventure where I'm like, you found a treasure chest. Oh, poop! Oh, got you
like
again!
Like when the Jehovah's come round, all those, like, you know,
Jehovah's
Christian
Witnesses
people.
In your neighborhood bring poop? What? No.
You throw poo at them to get them away.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
It's the olden times. You got to get them away somehow. Take some poo. If they knock after 9, God forbid, they're going to get it.
You find 8 coppers and no poo in the small pouch.
Okay, so what did I find? Nothing, basically.
You found 8 copper pieces in there.
8 copper. That's a bit cheap, isn't it?
That's the bed, and that's the fireplace. Are you stealing from these old people?
What would you think that?
Because you look like you're about to write down the 8 copper pieces. You can. This is your game. I can't tell you what to do or not. Though
I was gonna leave 4 because you said there's 8, so I was gonna write down 4 copper.
You steal half of the life savings of an old couple who's just been robbed by a bunch of dwarves.
Listen, I gave them a silver spoon. They can go sell that for like 20 copper. So
but then how's he gonna eat his soup?
Well, then he can get more spoons that are cheaper. So yeah.
But what it does tell you is that nobody took the money.
Yeah, but dwarves don't care for money.
You must not have met many dwarves. You can do a
I
knowledge. Do
have.
you have a
I
knowledge
have met.
skill to see if dwarves care about money? What are your
No,
knowledge
I've played enough
skills?
Elder Scrolls to know. Okay, where's my knowledge? Is that low? I don't think I have any knowledge.
All right. What's your intelligence modifier? In the top left, you
0.
see your abilities. Okay, your
No, no, no. Where is it? Sorry.
you should have your intelligence in your top left.
Is that next to? Oh, wisdom, right?
Yeah, it'll be right above wisdom.
Yep.
No, actually, no, wisdom. Wisdom's the one to go with.
So 12 with a modifier of 1.
Okay, so your modifier is 1. Make a roll on a 20-sided die to see if you think dwarves care about money or not.
What does everyone in the chat think?
And this is what your character would think.
1.
You think dwarves are the kindest species ever. They've never cared about money. They throw money away because they are so magnanimous and they care about other things other than money.
So they don't
When
care
they
about-
see gold, they're like garbage metal. I just want iron. I want something else.
Okay, they know that they know what they want in life. See?
That's what Arya thinks.
Yeah, that's what she does think. Oh no.
I wish I'd written now like a dwarf Griff's con man or something for this episode.
So she's like, okay, whatever. I'll leave some copper for them. They've got the silver spoon. They can literally buy more spoons with that. So I looked under the chimney. There wasn't any. What?
And on the post of the bed, you see like a kind of copper necklace on it that's just hanging out, and you see that too hasn't been taken.
Maybe they're allergic to it. You ever think about that? Maybe they're like, oh, I don't want to touch that. They're like werewolves, like, oh, it burns me.
So is that what Arya thinks? That they're allergic
Yeah,
to
she
copper?
thinks
Okay.
they're allergic to iron, even though they forge iron every day.
Well, copper. You said
Copper.
well, yeah, copper, gold. You said
Oh.
money stuff. So
Yeah, okay, sorry, copper. They don't want that shit. They want iron, and they're allergic to copper because it's too cheap for them. They're not peasants. Next, please.
I like her version of what dwarves are. So you basically looked through all there. You see that there've been some, wealthy things that have not been taken.
Yeah.
The cabinets have been rummaged through. Most of the stuff's okay in it though, and there are the tracks that are leading out of the from the window out. Like if you want to track those or look at those, you can.
Is there any other food in the place?
I guess there's some
Bread?
there's some like crusty bread.
Oh, I'll leave that. That's a bit cool.
I'll leave that after you stole half of their life savings.
It was just 4 copper. They have a silver spoon. They can go down to the market and go, look what we have, governor. And then they can get some stuff in exchange for it. I think it's a very good trade.
What's your character's alignment?
What do you mean?
Does it say alignment for your character at the top? If you look at the top of your character sheet, there should be like character, race. Is there something for alignment?
Neutral good.
I'm not so sure about the good part, but
I think she's just very intelligent. I think you are deeming her bad when she's not.
all right, fair enough. So, what do you want to do?
I think I want to go over to that little flower bed you got at the start of the house, at the front of the house. I want to come back out, thank these people for their generosity. I want one of those little flowers. I'm going to take one of those flowers. Boom.
Okay,
Put it in my hair. Boom.
Do you want to
I'm
look
ready.
around the flower bed too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Tell me what's in there.
Do a perception check.
8 plus 9.
17.
17.
So
Yeah.
you can see that the little footprints have been through there too.
Yeah, but they've just been like rummaging and stuff. Like they've tried to look for anything of significance that isn't cheap ass copper. So yeah, I'm gonna go get the flower, put that in my hair. Gonna look glamorous. Gonna put one in Akela's hair, because and then we're gonna carry on the journey where the footprints are leading into the woods. I've said my farewell. I said I hope you enjoy your spoon, And
Oh,
please
this is
get
a good spoon. It's my lucky day, Gina. Thank you, kind lady. Bye, puppy.
and maybe get some counseling for both of you.
I don't think it's the middle. It's the fantasy Middle Ages. I don't know if there's counselors.
Their counseling is they go there and then the woman like smacks their heads together with a rock and they go, there you go.
I like
Now
that.
you're fixed.
All right, you want do a survival check with a +2 to your normal bonus to try and track the footprints.
Is that with a 20?
Yes.
Oh, we got a 12 plus the 2, which is 14, plus my survival as well, which is 8.
So it's 20 altogether?
Yeah.
Arya,
Not a natural 20, though.
that's okay, is an expert tracker, and she follows the, footprints through the underbrush and, past bushes and trees. Eventually, the footprints lead into a dense forest. The forest gets denser and denser. Arya enters and
Oh,
hops.
I'm sorry, I forgot to poo. Go back.
We're beyond that point. You're not going to go poop at the old people's house. You already left.
I promised them a surprise.
We're not going to have you run back to the house.
Why not? Why not?
I will let you, but it could go really bad if they discover it. Like, it could go
How do I know
really
it's
bad.
me? They don't
Because
know.
if they see you pooping, if they see you pooping on the side of the house, they'll probably think, "Hey, that's the mystery pooper, the one who's pooping on the side of my house." How'd they know it was me? You're right there taking a shit on the side of their house.
Okay, carry on, bitch. I just forgot about it.
Eventually, the footprints lead into a dense forest. Arya enters in hot pursuit of the renegade dwarven thieves. After following the tracks through the dense woods for a while, Arya and Akela emerge into a small meadow. The meadow is covered in knee-high grass that moves in waves as the summer's breeze moves through it. Bees buzz busily from flower to flower, and the sun shines brightly overhead. In the middle of the meadow is an old oak tree. High in the branches of the oak tree, mostly hidden by leaves, you make out flashes of movement. And so, these are your characters. I should be able to give them to you now.
Okay, so is there more you were gonna say?
That was it for right there. That you saw some movement in the oak tree that's up there.
Can you do like here? Oh, here. Sorry. Okay, so I want her to do a quick whistle to Akela, like, and then Akela kind of knows that's a certain whistle, so she's gonna kind of like, along with Akela, like they're both gonna kind of crouch down and stuff. So I want her to like crouch around this area in case something that we don't know or suspect is gonna come out of the woods. And we want to move a little bit forwards, maybe in this position.
Okay, yep. Move them kind of where you want. I'll stop you if something needs to be stopped.
And then kind of Akela wants to, what they do when they kind of do things like this, they both go either side because they don't want to be attacked by anyone on the left or anyone on the right. So they always have the left and the right covered. So,
all right, from there, make a perception check.
We got 14 plus 9, so we're looking at 23.
Arya puts a hand above her eyes to shield them from the bright summer sun and begins to scan the tree. After a moment, she notices a black lump in the grass. It is a black panther crouched at the base of the tree and looking up into its branches. All of a sudden, you see several acorns fall out of the tree and land near the panther, as though they were poorly thrown. The panther leaps towards the side of the tree and starts slowly crawling up the side of it. You can hear high-pitched screams emit from high up in the tree. So there's the panther. Roar!
And then, I just want to wait and see what happens.
All right. You see the panther disappear up into the tree, and you see the branches start to shake, and you hear more screaming coming out of the tree.
Just keep waiting.
Okay. All of a sudden, you see a body fall out of the tree, all bloody, and hit the ground. Let me see. I need a generic body. Oh wait, I know what I'll use. It's gonna be darker than I want it to be, but it's not actually a Squirtle. It's just that's what we have right there. You
Why
see,
are Squirtles being harmed? What is this?
make
Oh,
make a perception check at it.
I hope it's not a Squirtle. 3 plus 9, so 12.
All right, so you see that down, like dead, with a big old gash in his throat, is a kobold, but he's wearing like a beard. He's wearing like a big old white beard.
What's a kobold?
I will show you what one looks like.
A big bushy beard.
So a kobold would look kind of like that. This one's wearing some clothes though, but he's got like a
So
big old fake-looking beard on.
So like a dragon thing?
They look kind of like a cross between like a dragon and a dog. They're short creatures.
So why didn't they fight back? Why are they so weak?
Because they're small. They're like hobbit size or so.
Yeah, but come on, people. You got like a little whip in your hand. You got a little knife. You're telling me they didn't fight back?
I'm not saying they didn't fight back. I'm just saying the panther was stronger than this dude. You're the one who's just watching. Yeah, that guy should have fought a little better. The dead
Because
one on the ground.
he was Arya's kind of train of thought. Okay, like she was like, if there's dwarfs in there, then like the panther will take care of them. Oh wait, they're gonna be alive, aren't they?
That was on the reward.
Was that on the reward? Oh, but we need them
Yeah.
alive. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a problem then. I was gonna just get them killed and then bring their bodies back, and then job done basically. So yeah. Well, I should probably go help them. I'm gonna have Arya do a shot at the panther.
Okay, let's roll initiative then.
It's gonna be 1,000, over 1,000. It's 14, 23.
Give me just 1 second. Okay, so wait, who had 23? Arya did? Arya did? Sorry.
23 for Arya.
Okay, so and what is Akela's?
Akela's is, oh god, perception, yeah.
No, it should be initiative. It would be under your skills if you roll down.
Oh wait, I've done them wrong, Paul.
Okay, you can re-roll. You can re-roll that. That's all good.
Okay, so we're doing a perception test, not initiative.
No, we're doing initiative because you were going to shoot at the panther. So combat's going to begin.
Oh god, initiative's 14 for Arya, and then initiative for.
Wait, initiative is not 14.
Yeah, it is.
Under speed. If you go to the skills and you scroll all the way down, there should be speed and then INIT, which is initiative.
Speed. Oh, it's 2.
Here we go.
2 for initiative.
All right, so
Wait, no, I haven't done Akela's yet.
You can re-roll our. Wait, what is Arya's overall?
I don't know. I'm going to have to do it all again.
Okay, so 2 plus whatever you roll.
It was the 20-sided, right?
Yes.
6.
Is that plus the 2?
No.
Okay, so it's 8, right?
8 for Arya.
Okay.
And then I need to see Akela's real quick.
All right.
A hot minute. Oh, it's 2 as well. Okay, fair enough.
You like
10
14.
12 for Akela.
Okay, so the turn order will be Akela gets to go, then Arya
Let me
gets...
write this down. Let me write this down. I'm talking so. Okay, so who's first?
Akela goes first, then
Yep.
Arya goes, and then the panther goes.
And then the panther. Cool. Okay, so this is the fun part of the game, everybody. Well, it's been very fun so far, but this is the part where you don't know how strong the beast is that you're going to take on. And you don't know if your hits are going to actually damage it at all. So this is going to be fun. Okay, I'm ready. Another dead turtle thing. Right. So Akela's going to be first. So I want Akela to do like a howl and stuff and like run towards it with teeth are blazing, proper hungry. She hasn't eaten in like, wait, is Akela a boy or a girl?
I thought you said it was male.
Oh well, yep, it's male now. Okay, one sec. Okay, so Keela's a boy. So he is going to run forwards. Let me mute my Alexa a second. Please carry on.
All right. Well, we gotta wait for you, but go ahead. Alexa wants to play too.
Look, Alexa's got music, so one sec.
Oh, now my YouTube VOD's ruined. Uh. You're muted still.
I said it's fine. It's muted. It can't hear me. Okay, we ready?
Yep.
Okay, Akela.
What's Akela's movement?
Akela's movement. I think it's pretty high. Where is it?
That would be the speed right above initiative when you were just looking at initiative.
50.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So each of these squares is like 5 square feet. So Akela could move 10 square feet.
Okay, so Akela can move 10. That's weird.
Now it's all become the Jungle Book, except for we should have had Shere Khan here instead of what was the name of the Panther Jaguar in that? Bashir?
Bagheera.
Bagheera, there we go. I'm thinking of
Bagheera.
the Doctor on DS9. Why are there Star Trek nerds in this tree? Mowgli, help me out. All right, go ahead, sorry.
Okay. So 10 spaces for Akela. Yeah.
Yep, so if Akela wanted to jump up in the tree, like Akela could do that
Your
too.
face! So Akela's behind the panther and like hungry because he hasn't eaten for a few days. No, he hasn't. He's eaten for a few hours because I gave him some food. I sneaked him some stuff. But yeah, he is gonna attack the panther from behind.
All right, roll an attack.
Attack for that would be, which one is that again, Paul? Oh no, we need to do the 20 die to see if it hits first, right?
Yep, and you should be able to add your melee bonus, which you will see. If you look at your character sheet, you'll see ability scores. If you scroll down, you will see armor class, and you scroll down, saving throws, and if you scroll down, you'll see melee attack modifier.
Melee attack. Melee is total 2. Base attack bonus 1. So 2 for melee. Is that right?
Probably. You know your character sheet, so that sounds decent.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll it. 16.
Is that with the +2? I guess it doesn't matter. All right. So what is it? So Akela jumps onto the panther and like bites onto him and pulls him out of the tree. They both come rolling out of the tree, so they're both on the ground now.
Is there loads of squirtles as well? I'm like, oh
no, there are kobolds up there, not squirtles. I didn't have a kobold icon,
please,
so
please,
I just grabbed the squirtle icon.
Okay, so that panther's gonna get wrecked.
So do the damage for Akela.
Now this is where I need to work out which dice for Akela. Let me go down and look. So the dice for Akela would be a bite, which is a 1d6 plus 1. So 1d6 is wait, where is it? Okay, we're at 1 here with the extra 1 for the damage. So that's 2 damage.
All right, 2 damage. Yeah. Akela, while doing that, bites the panther and does 2 damage. All right, that makes it Arya's turn.
Okay. 4 plus 2 plus. That's it.
So that's a miss.
Yeah, I thought so.
So the panther's angry that Akela attacked, and the panther goes after
Akela.
Yep. So let me see. Roll.
No.
He rolls, and I assume that's a hit. What's the armor class for Akela?
30.
That's not 30. That's a load of bullshit is what that is.
No, that was earlier.
You mean elf shit.
AC, right? For armor class, yeah?
Yes.
14.
So that's a
yep,
hit.
that's a hit.
So the panther bites hard into Akela's leg and does 7 points of damage.
What? 7 points?
Yep.
Do you mind if I get a calculator up for this bit?
Yeah, do whatever you need to.
I forgot my calculator because I'm not very good at math sometimes. I still 7 points away from that. Oh my gosh. All right then. Akela, would you mind coming back here, please? So I'm like, I kind of like whistle at Akela and I'm like, get over here. Ignore the Squirtle. Ignore the thing that's killing you. Quick, get over here. Yeah. Arya gets kind of upset and enraged. And
So
is ready.
that is Akela's turn. So Akela can try and move. That would provoke an attack of opportunity, though, because it's right next to the panther.
Okay.
So you want to have Akela run away and risk that?
Yeah, he needs to run. He needs to run.
Okay.
He's only got like 6 health points left. It's too early in the story for him to die.
All right, so we'll let Akela try a reflex save because it's a wolf and he's got moves. So have you see where armor class is on Akela's sheet?
Yep.
Okay, so if you look below, you see Fort, Ref, Will.
Yeah.
Those are saving throws. See the Ref one? That's reflex. Have Akela make a reflex roll.
So is that the 20 again?
Yep, 20, and then you add whatever the reflex number is right there.
19 plus 5.
Okay, so
Boom, baby.
the panther, claws at Akela as Akela tries to get away and totally whiffs. So Akela can move however many moves Akela can normally move.
Keela's got the moves like Dragger. Sam. Okay. And then that was Akela's turn done, so it's now
Yeah,
Arya,
but you
isn't it?
probably want to move Akela.
Get out of there, Akela! Get out of there. Go run. Go run. Bye. Gotta go. Bye. Gonna go over here and nibble on some rabbits or something. Next. Okay, so Akela's over there. Yeah, in the little corner. That's a little Akela. Well,
All right,
big
so
Akela.
it's Arya's turn.
Right, so she gets her bow ready. She's going to go for a full headshot for this panther because you can either do it with fire or you want to get a headshot with a panther because it's such a beast. It's so big. So she's going to go for a ranged attack. So I'm going to do a roll. We are looking at 15. And then that's what it was. Add the initiative on, wasn't that?
You would add the ranged attack modifier, but you already hit, so.
Oh, okay, cool.
But if you needed to, right under melee where it has ranged attack, you do it. So roll for damage.
Short bow damage was 1d6. So.
I thought it was more than that.
No, it says short bow, 1d6.
You didn't get a bigger bow?
No.
All right, there's no bonus to that?
No.
Okay.
Can there be?
I think there's supposed to be, but I don't think you wrote it down.
Okay, let's have a bonus of 2. Yeah, DM?
Okay.
Is that all right?
Okay, but you got to look it up between next time just to make sure, okay?
You mean we have to look it up to redo the sheets?
All right. Just remind me.
Cool. Remind you. Okay, chat, can you please remind him he needs
They're
to go
not going to know after the stream.
Yes, they are. Chelsea, can you message him and be like, excuse me, those sheets need to be filled out.
All right, roll for damage.
I did 6. I just told you. Plus 2 equals 8. 8 for damage.
So Arya shoots it, hits the panther in one eye, but it's still alive.
Is it like, did the eye like come out?
Yeah,
it came out a little bit and it's like goobly gunk, like slime. It's like down the face.
For a moment, the panther staggers And then it jumps towards Arya. So we'll have it make an attack. Is your armor class less than 7?
I hope not.
Yeah, I think it's like 14 or
It's
something.
14, yeah.
So since the Panther doesn't seem to have much depth perception, he just paws wildly and misses, which would make it Akila's turn.
Can Akela just chill and like just do nothing?
Yeah, Akela can do whatever you want. You're in charge.
Cool. Akela's just chilling. He's eating rabbits, basically. He's gonna go eat those rabbits. Okay, back to.
While you're doing that, you see another kobold. I should have got the kobold stuff in ahead of time. I'll have it for next time.
Can we just have more squares? Go on then. Throw those squares in.
Another
Squares.
kobold. Make a perception check a second.
Oh. 19.
Okay, another kobold that has a fake white beard jumps out of the tree and just runs off into the forest.
Why do they have beards?
And then another one with a fake white beard jumps out and tries to run but trips on his beard and just falls face first and just falls down.
Oh, poor Squirtle. The
Kobold.
Squirtle gang.
Kobold.
The Squirtle gang. Good idea.
The reason we have Squirtles is because you remember we were playing a different one with turtles and you're like, here, use this. So
Yeah, because it's a Squirtle.
that's why I had those available. So now it's Akila's or Arya's turn, whichever you want to do.
Sorry, we're gonna do Arya, not Arya. That's a 13 for that. We're gonna... Yeah, did I hit?
What was it?
13.
Is that with your bonus for ranged?
No. 6.
Yeah, that's
21.
it.
And then damage is gonna be this one. We got a 2. Plus a 2.
So
We got a 4.
All right. So you shoot the panther again, and he staggers, but he's not done yet. So he swings back at Arya. Oh, and he hits because you had a 14, right?
What? Yeah.
He claws her for 4 points of damage.
That's okay. That's all right. Okay. She's going to retaliate again. She's going to go for another bow in the secondary eye. She says, this panther don't need no eyes. We got a natural 20. Yes, baby.
All right, so roll your damage twice.
Could you please explain the natural 20 to everyone, please?
Natural 20 is a critical hit. Natural 20 means you automatically succeed, whereas a natural 1 means you fail. That's why when she rolled a 1 earlier, her character was so confused about dwarves and money. We probably won't be streaming Gordon's Bluff because we've already played it. We play tested it, so.
Play tested it. That sounds so cool.
In fact, if anything, this might be a future module. I don't know if any of the live stream ones will be, but there's a chance someday this might be a module.
Yes.
So roll your damage twice and then add your bonus twice. And
6.
I know that's not the way they normally do it in Pathfinder, but I like this way better.
3, 4, 5. 13 damage.
Altogether?
Mm-hmm.
You want to explain how the panther dies?
So the secondary arrow goes straight through that eye. Plop! Explodes everywhere. Pieces falling on the grass. The panther's like, ah! And then it goes straight through to its squidgy brain. We got brain parts. And then I kind of smile to myself because I know now Akila's going to have a meal. And then the panther kind of like screams out in a kind of agonizing sound and just flumps the floor.
All right, and the panther collapses dead. It all worked out in the end. You can see the obviously not a Squirtle.
It's a Squirtle.
It's a kobold who's fallen down.
It's a little Squirtle.
He's just like on the ground, stumbled. So what do Arya and Akela want to do?
Well, first I'm going to throw one of my potions slide one of my potions over to Akela.
Okay.
because we need to get some like health up. Current hit points are 6, and they like one more hit would actually kill Akela initially.
How many hit points
So
does
we
Akela have total? Just out of curiosity.
that was all like currently 6. Total would be 13. So that's like she's not looking too. I keep calling her
Well, it
she.
can be whatever you want.
She is not looking too healthy.
All right.
So
you're gonna feed her a potion.
yeah, I'm gonna kind of slide it across, and her little paw kind of like grabs it and like nuzzles it and like a proper shot, downs it. Bosh.
All right. So what is it? Which one are you using? Light or medium?
I'm gonna use the light. No. Sorry, the moderate if that's okay, because I got loads of those.
Okay. Yeah. Rolled like 2 8-sided dice.
Let me find my dice. 2 8-sided. There you go.
Or you can roll 1 8-sided 2 times, whatever makes you happy.
2 8-sided.
Yeah, they're like 2 pyramids glued together.
Okay, 4. That was the first one. We have 4 for the second one, so we have 8 points.
All the way back up to maximum?
Yes.
All right, good deal.
I just had to check. I was like, wait, I can do math. Yes.
So, all right, what do Arya and Akela want to do? They're all healed up. The panther is dead. There's a dead kobold. I almost said Squirtle. Thanks, everybody, for saying Squirtle so much.
A dead Squirtle. There's a dead Squirtle.
There's a dead kobold who is not a cute Squirtle on the ground, and then there's another one who has tripped over his fake beard, and they all had fake beards on.
Okay, so has the other one disappeared, or is it still like lingering?
The one on the ground is. There is a third one that just totally disappeared out into the woods. Is gone.
Oh, okay. So the one that. Let me have a look. So basically, there is nothing else around.
Well, yeah, the wood stuff basically. There's still the oak and the grass.
So this one's still here.
Yeah, this one is the one that fell down, tripped over his beard, and this one is dead. There's blood all over his fake beard. No, he's alive. He's just kind of looking around, scared and scrambling around.
Okay, let's do some cool little intimidation. I'm gonna grab the panther by its like jaw. I'm gonna like rip the jaw a bit and like pull it along by its jaw and like, hey, how's it going? Go over.
So okay, move your character. But I can make the panther so you can move it too if you want.
Yeah, move that panther over.
Now the thing's finally coming up the way it's supposed to, so I can.
There you go. Oh my god, again. Okay.
Yeah, kobolds are like a race of. Do you want me to read the description for you?
Do it. We need background.
Okay. Do you want me to get? Let me get the book a second. I'll do it from the book. Just give me a moment. Sorry, I was trying to find my mouse cursor a second.
Good.
So, Pathfinder is based on 3.5 D&D, so they have a common background. EFGHIJK. I know letters. So they'll have the same picture here. There's the kobold. All the dead squirtles. Kobolds are a craven reptilian humanoids that worship evil dragons as demigods and serve them as minions and toadies. Toadies and the wet sprockets. Kobolds inhabit dragons' lairs when they can, but more commonly infest dungeons, gathering treasures and trinkets to aid their own tiny hordes. So they have like their own language they can speak, but they're not particularly strong on their own. Yeah, I like Pathfinder. It's got a lot of options. It's more complicated than 5th edition, but it's born out of 3.5. So now you got kind of a small concept. I would assume Arya would know those things, so that's kind of common knowledge.
Yeah, she knows it.
Unless you want to roll for that too.
No, she knows it. She good.
Okay, so you just drag the panther over there.
Wait, she's a dragon slayer. Of course she knows about dragons. What am I saying?
Okay. They're not dragons, though. They're the creatures that they look up to dragons. They're not dragons at all. Dragons.
They're kind of like dragons.
They're like, they want to be dragons, but they're not. They're much more like...
She's a dragon slayer, though, so everything that's dragonish, she's like, I'm going to cut that head off.
Oh, pop. Okay. Okay, so she walks up to him, drags the panther behind... And the little kobold...
Oh, can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah.
I forgot to mention about the character. Was it? Basically, the character has a very unique necklace. She collects teeth in her necklace around her neck of her victims. So the past things she's attacked and killed there'll be like a tooth for each one, kind of like around there. So there's some dragons on there too.
She hasn't killed a dragon yet, though.
Yes, she has.
Okay. All right. So where were you with talking to the kobold?
I was like, hey, how's it going? And I'm like dragging the panther over for like intimidation.
He looks at you. He's confused. He's like, hi.
So what's going on here? And I like kind of like grab the beard and like pull it and like smack it back on the food.
Nothing. We have a costume party. You like costumes? Maybe party.
This doesn't sound very.
You can do a perception check, or what is that? Sense motive check.
Sense of motive? Do I have that?
You don't have to. If you think he's just totally lying, you don't even have to do that.
I think he's lying because they're all hiding in a tree with beards on.
Okay.
I mean, that's pretty obvious they're not at a costume party.
So are you asking them something, or are you saying something?
Yeah, I'm like, I know this isn't a costume party. What is your real motivation here? I mean, you've already lost one of your friends. If you keep lying...
It's not my fault. I didn't do it. I didn't want to do it. The earth had tried to crush me. They said they hurt us if we didn't get them things. And they kind of said they'd give us money if we did. I'm Gary. I'm the boldest of the coldest of bold. Maybe you heard of me.
I kill dragons.
I'm not... What? But Gary loves dragons.
But Arya kills dragons.
Who's Arya?
Me! I'm Arya Shadowmoon. One of the high elves, no longer, in the search for justice and causing chaos at the same time.
At that, he looks rather scared and startled. He's, we didn't want to do this. We dressed up like dwarves to rob people. That's what the earth told us, or they would hurt us. You know, but Gary's much smarter than that. When they tried to crush me, I sat down and I peed myself, and they were scared. They thought I was scared, and I said I would help them. They promised me great treasure. They must have it in their cave. Maybe.
What kind of treasure?
I don't know, but it's, you get some, maybe? We'll get some.
But at the cottage, you didn't steal anything of value. You just stole crap.
That's what the earth creatures want. They wanted iron. They wanted utensils. They wanted not so precious metals.
Are they allergic to copper?
What?
I said, are they allergic to copper?
The earth creatures? I don't know.
Did you ever put some copper around their neck? Put it in their food?
They threatened to crush me. I wasn't going to dress them up.
Pasta? That's delicious on top.
I don't even think they eat food. They're giant. The earth moves. It walks like men.
Show me these men things. Show me.
For a moment, Gary, that's what he called himself, stops and he kind of looks to the side like he's thinking, do I get to cut? Like I show you, I help you, you help me. Partners.
You'll get a cut if you don't help me. A cut of your throat.
Maybe a little money, though, if I help you find treasure. He's not smart, but he seems to be a bold.
Your life is a gift enough as a reward.
Yeah, we negotiate later. So, all right, Gary, the kobold, leads Arya the elf and Akela the wolf out of the kind of meadow here and deeper into the woods. Birds sing in the trees as small twigs crack under Gary's feet. Arya and Akela, though, move silently through the woods. A small rabbit sees the group and runs off. Gary's the talker. As you walk, he begins to tell you a tale of how one day he was walking through the woods when he saw a pile of earth get up and walk. Like I had to check it out, Make sure Gary not tripping on shrooms. You like shrooms. You look like you use shrooms. He tells you,
Arya just kind of
please continue.
she just kind of does that. It's like,
Does shrooms with him?
no, she doesn't do streams with them, fool.
Okay. Just find it out.
Just kind of like looking down on them in a sense, like not really listening or paying attention because she feels she's a lot higher than other creatures a lot of the time. So like this being one of her least favored creatures is just talking shit. So she's just kind of.
As you continue to walk through the woods following Gary, he continues to talk. The earth it moved like men, arms, legs, stupid heads, made of dirt that walks and talks. It's very grumpy dirt, scary. I told you they threatened to squish Gary, but I too smart, I wet myself, be scared. I fooled them, I smarter. They offer me great treasure. We find it, we share it, right? They just wanted iron objects. So we pretend to be dwarfs. I think that up, No one looks for kobold if dwarfs are stealing. Gary taps his head as he proudly describes his plan to disguise themselves as dwarves. Suddenly he goes quiet, though. He holds a finger up to his mouth to signal all to be quiet. His eyes tinged in fear look about desperately for a moment. Make a perception check.
Okay. 11. 20. No.
Out of the corner of Arya's eyes, she makes out movement. About 50 yards away, you see... That's about 50 meters. Not quite. You see a large brown creature disappear into a small cave.
Okay. I'd like to follow said cave.
I have to read more of the description, but I was zoomed in too much.
Cave. Go ahead.
Where was that? Small cave. The creature is ill-defined, almost as though a child had made a person out of clay or dirt. If it weren't for the creature's movement, you may have never seen the cave. It is well hidden by shrubs and hanging ivy, which is not pictured, because apparently I used a different picture than I meant to originally. But imagine! Gary seems to wait until the creature's out of sight. Then he begins to walk again, leading you towards that cave. Gary pauses for a moment when he gets to the mouth of the cave, then walks in. You gonna follow him in?
Yeah, because he's going first, so it looks pretty safe because he's going first.
You enter the cave. It's empty. The interior is noticeably cooler than the outside. The inside of the cave is small. It's about 10 feet by 20 feet. The sides of the cave are rough natural rock. The far side of the cave is a smooth stone wall. In the middle of the wall, carved in finely detailed stone, is a face. It has an open mouth and empty sockets where its eyes should be. Gary takes some utensils out of a small pouch, including some spoons you see, and puts them in the mouth of the stone engraving. Feeding times. You hear a loud roaring noise comes up, and the mouth and eyes of the engraved face fill with blue flames. This lasts for about a moment, then the flames disappear. The mouth is now empty, and the utensils are gone.
What is that?
It's where I put the utensils. I put the metal. I feed the face.
Does the face speak?
No, no, it's just an engraving. Silly elf.
I just got savaged by a dragon thing, not a dragon.
It's a kobold. Kobold, Gary the kobold. Boldest of the cold, coldest of the bold.
Kobold.
Bold.
Cobalt. Like the color.
Color bold? No, bold is you brave, you bold. Kobold.
Cobalt. I don't speak your peasant language.
He's probably not smart enough to know what cobalt is, so.
I speak elven.
Do you just call his language a peasant? Wow. Wow.
She is of royal blood.
Fair enough.
You know.
Fair enough.
Enough of your talking. We need to find out what this is. We want to go deeper into the cave.
You're in as deep as you can go right now, though, because in front of you there's the flat wall, and in the middle is that little face engraved, and then like the sides are just rough-hewn stone, and then behind you is the cave entrance.
Where's Where's the gold? Where is it?
The Earth people, they have the gold. I don't know. They come in here. I see them come in here and leave here. I just have to put the spoons and things here.
When do they come here?
I don't. I when they want to. I don't.
You're pretty useless, aren't you? You wanted us to find some gold.
You hurt
You lead me
Gary's
to an
feelings.
you lead me to an empty cave with this stupid hunk of shit in front of me that you're feeding some spoons to. There is no gold. This is just useless. What am I gonna do with this?
As you say that, Gary starts to cower some because he's scared of the big elf that he's seen kill the panther and who says kills dragons.
Now listen to me, and I like grab him by his little neck, rip onto the face. Listen, I need the gold. The only reason I came here was for the gold.
I don't know how to get in. I don't know where they go. They come here. They must go somewhere.
Then you're no help to me.
No, I'll find it. I'll find it.
Then you're no help to me. Arya gets out her sword, slit on that throat.
Well, you're gonna have to make a roll if you want to do combat with Gary.
Roll.
All right, roll initiative.
11. 20.
You sure you want to do this?
Why are you saying it like that, GM?
I'm just asking.
Why are you like, you sure you want to do this?
I'll give you one chance because we've already rolled initiative. Gary does get to go first in the initiative. Well, you get a roll for Akela yet, but normally once initiatives happen, we're gone. But
What do you mean? It's like you're warning me.
Look, do what you want to do. So it's up to you.
I'm just gonna tie him up instead then.
Okay.
We're gonna use him as bait.
That's horrible too. Well, then at least make an opposed strength check then to overpower him. So
20?
Yeah, 20 sided, and then you know how you looked for wisdom modifier?
Yep.
All right. What you need to do is you need to roll more than an 11 or more. No, you have to roll more than 11, and you get to add your strength modifier to it, whatever it is.
My strength one is 11.
No, that's your strength is 11. The modifier will be right next to it.
0.
All right, so you got to roll more than an 11 on a 20-sided die.
I need the lucky blow, everyone. Let's do a lucky blow. Don't be naughty, Paul. 14.
All right, he screeches and screams, "Leave Kobold, leave Gary alone!" And you tie Gary up, you hog tie him, and then drop him unceremoniously on the ground.
Now you're gonna stay there. You're gonna keep your mouth quiet until these things come back to this cave.
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
He doesn't say anything. He just gets quiet and just sits there.
So we're gonna set up and wait till these said creatures come back.
Okay. So Arya gets comfortable in the cage. Akela lays down. Gary is not comfortable because he's tied up rather tight. And you guys sit and you wait half an hour, an hour and a half, 2 hours. And like you don't hear anything, you don't see anything, nothing happens.
You said they'd be here.
I said I didn't know when they'd be here.
Could it be weeks, months? When did you last see them?
Just now. We just saw them come into the cave when we were coming in here. I know you saw it because the DM explained it to you with the description. I heard it too.
You're breaking the walls.
Okay, maybe Gary didn't say that last part. But...
Yeah, Gary didn't say that last part at all. DM. Well, they haven't come back. I don't know what to do.
Well, there's not much I can do about it. As he looks at the.
You shut up.
Sorry.
Shut up, Gary. Right. Okay. Second plan. We need to burn this place down.
It's made out of rock.
Yeah, but we
You
we
would
put
need
things.
you would need volcanic levels of heat to melt rock.
DM, please, please, DM, please. We just need to get a flame going so we can attract these things back home. So we're gonna get a stick with lots of, I don't know, fuel. Maybe Gary can be the fuel. And then we're gonna set this place alight.
All right, so are you gonna have untie Gary and have him help you, or are you gonna bring in the brush and stuff yourself?
Untie Gary. And he's gonna help. Come on, Gary. Chap chap. Yada yada.
So you tell Gary to okay. So you and Gary and I guess Akela, you pull a bunch of dry brush into the cave.
Yeah.
All right, so you fill it full of dry brush,
Yeah.
and then
Pretty much.
you're gonna light it on fire, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna light on fire.
Do you have a way to start a fire?
I got some whiskey on me.
Yeah, but do you have like flint, tinder, anything like that? Because if you just
Gary's a dragon. He can
he's
use
not
fire in his
he's not
mouth.
he's a kobold. Kobolds do not have any of the powers
He's
of
a
dragons.
Dragon.
So-
I bet he has fire.
So then
Look in
roleplay
your-
that. Roleplay that. Tell Gary that.
Gary, light it up.
Gary looks at you for a second, then he pulls a flint and tinder out of his pocket, and he lights the branches on fire.
No, Gary, use your fire. You're a dragon.
Now a kobold. We don't have fire. The mighty
Yeah, but
dragons do.
you look exactly like a dragon.
Whoa.
You're like a dragon, but
Whoa.
useless.
Just basing on how I look, and then all of a sudden smoke starts to fill up the little cave, and y'all start coughing because there's not a lot of room in there, and the flames are getting hotter and hotter. Gary starts to walk out of the cave so he doesn't suffer smoke inhalation.
You stay in here, Gary. You're a dragon. You can deal with flames.
I'm
and
not
smoke.
a dragon. I am a kobold.
Listen, Gary.
The flames get so high and the smoke gets so much that it's basically going to force you guys out of there while it's burning, or you guys are going to all pass out. So what are you going to do?
We're gonna go outside.
All right, you go out there, and Gary just kind of sits dejectedly on the ground, and you wait for the fire to finish burning. That's what kobolds are. Kobolds are kind of wannabe dragons. They look up to dragons, but they don't have
They are
any
the
dragon
best.
powers.
They're the worst. It's like looking like a lion but having no teeth or claws. You look intimidating, but you're useless.
So once the fire has burnt out, Arya and Akela and Gary walk back in. And you can see on the walls now, the flat surface, you can see two areas where there's kind of like a line. Like vertical lines.
Why is there a line?
I don't know.
What is this line?
Look at it.
I'm looking at it.
Make a perception check.
You mean a Pikachu?
Detective Pikachu it.
14.
All right.
That's 9.
So you put your fingers up to the lines, Arya does, and it feels almost like a little cooler, like there's a little breeze back there. And as she's moving around, examining the stone engraving, she even looks at the stone engraving, the eyes, the mouth, and the wall. It's nothing but the lines on the wall. Even though it looks flush, there's those little lines. As her eyes continues looking at them, she makes out a tiny gap in the stone about waist high, about a 1/4 inch wide, and about 1 inch tall.
So there's a door.
It's very possible. Gary
That's
looks
the
at it and
door.
hey, I see that, maybe put something little in there. Too bad we don't have any spoons,
We could put you in there, Gary.
I'm not that small. Oh my word.
Yeah, we can squeeze
I
you
thought
in there,
elves.
Gary.
I thought elves were supposed to be nice.
Where did you hear that, Gary?
I didn't.
I thought so. Right, Gary, put your little finger in there or tail. Go on.
All right. Gary sticks his little claw in there, and as he does, you hear a little click, and then the wall slides open.
Good job. You did something that was useful.
The stone wall begins to slowly swing open with a grinding sound, revealing a stone staircase that leads down as far as the eye can see. Torches line the sides of the staircase and light the way down.
You first, Gary. And I kind of like, nudge him forwards.
Your party begins walking down the stone staircase. The walls around you and the arched ceiling above you are made of finely carved stone. Down, down, down you walk for what feels like an eternity. The stale air of the passageway becomes cool and dank. Dank memes. Eventually you come out into a long stone hallway. As you're going down, Gary warns you, you've got to watch out. They're huge and dangerous.
What is this? What is that? That's huge.
This is the underground complex you're in. Let me make your characters controllable.
Paul does have a face. He's got 2 arms as well and legs. Look at him dancing.
And then we will put not Squirtle, the kobold.
What? Paul, get a kobold because these little squirrels are dying.
I will have a kobold by the next time we.
Do you want me to find you one really quickly?
No, I found one, but it wasn't uploading correctly. So.
Do you want me to help you?
All right, so you guys emerge into the beginning of this hallway. The floor walls and arched ceiling of this long hallway are made of finely carved stone. The air is cool, damp, and still. Torches hang on the walls to give off a flickering pale blue light. Carved into the walls along both sides of the hallway at about waist height are a series of small ornate shelves. Some contain broken pottery, others are empty. Further down the hall on the left or right are old rusted metal doors. So you can see the doors here and like here.
Okay.
The far end of the hallway is hard to make out as it is shrouded in darkness.
Well, off you go, Gary.
So Gary timidly, almost like you would see in a Scooby-Doo cartoon, when Shaggy's got to go first or whatever, timidly goes forward. He walks past you a little ways, and he's like, "This not so. Oh God, they're coming!" Suddenly, you hear loud footsteps coming towards you from the dark far end of the hallway. Gary scuttles back here and kind of curls down in the corner. The footsteps get louder and louder as they quickly run towards you.
God damn it, Gary! Just stay. Give me your beard, Gary. Give me your fake beard. Give it.
He gives you the fake beard.
Arya puts the beard on.
All of a sudden,
oh,
sorry, go ahead.
Gets into kind of a very, very strong stance, standing there, awaiting.
All of a sudden, out of the dark end of the hallway emerge 5 stone statues. They are running aggressively straight at you. Gary screams again. For a second, it seems like the statues are very far away, but as they get closer and closer, you realize that in reality, they're actually very tiny. They're only about 6 inches tall. The small stone statues run up and start violently punching and kicking your boots. Arya can barely feel their weak, tiny hits.
Excuse me.
They continue to hit Arya's boots.
I said, if you don't listen, I will kick you, and you will go flying.
They continue to punch Arya in the boots furiously.
So I just bend down and I pick one up and face to face with it.
It attempts to try and punch Arya in the face.
I'm aggressively. She just flicks it across the room, throws it at the door.
So is it the top door or the bottom door?
The top door.
Okay, so the statue flies and hits the door and smashes into a bunch of pieces. And then you got 4 more of them at your feet trying to punch you.
I'm like, would you stop that? Listen, you little... And I'm trying to put my hands in front of them. Listen, okay? Listen, we need to talk.
And they're just rah, rah, trying to punch you some more.
I then have an idea. I have an idea.
Okay, one of them's going to run over to Gary, and Gary's going to just kick it across the hallway, and when it lands, it falls apart.
There's something up in the corner of your screen, your search bar. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's where you get the pieces of the things from. You said your idea?
Okay, so my idea was to get some cutlery out and place it in front of them because they like shit.
All right, go ahead.
So I get my cutlery out as an offering in a sense, like, hey, look, I've got some shiny stuff. Although you don't really like shiny stuff, but here's some cutlery.
They keep punching you. Gary runs up and kicks another one down the hallway, and it smashes and breaks into a bunch of pieces.
Gary, stop kicking them. I'm trying to negotiate things.
And then he kicks another one and shatters it into a bunch of pieces. And there's one last one that's trying to punch your feet some more, your boots.
This is not how we're meant to do these things. Gary, Gary, stop.
Sorry. So the
Well,
little last ineffective one keeps trying to beat you up, but he's like too small to do anything.
Right, pick this one up. Put it in my pocket.
You can feel it just like struggling in there. It's in your pocket.
And I'm just kind of like, I have it in the pocket. I'm like, slam that down. Stop.
It keeps struggling, but it's not a big.
Okay. What I do is I take my like outfit off. I put it on the floor, and I stamp on it repeatedly with my boots.
All right, when you pick up I assume your jacket, there's nothing but like stone dust on the other side. Finally,
And I said, well, we did say we will rock you, so.
Gary kind of chuckles at that because he thinks it's humorous.
It is humorous. What do you mean he thinks it is? It's goddamn humorous. You don't get me, Gary.
He's like, look, lady, you've been kind of rough. I'm sorry if I don't have the,
What, you don't appreciate good humor, Gary?
No, don't hurt me. I love good humor.
You don't appreciate good humor, Gary? And I like pull him like, you don't appreciate good humor?
He tries to laugh, but you can tell he's terrified.
That's what I thought, and I like push him away slightly.
Wow, that's a rough elf, to say the least. Well, do you have anything else you wanted to do?
Go forwards.
Okay, I think that's where we're going to end it then. That's going to be the end of our very first one. Thank you, everybody who's been hanging out. Thank you, Lauren, for doing this. I hope you had a good time. You should check out Indigo Wolfie on her channel. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.